immediately following the attack in London, Donald Trump launched his own attack on London, specifically the mayor Sadiq Khan, who he does not appear to be a big fan of. So at the same time that many Americans are extending their sympathies to those affected by the attack, he starts sending a stream of course, tweets. Starting with this, and it sounds pretty good, whatever the United States can do to help out in London, around the UK, we will be there. We are with you, God bless. And then 60 seconds of serenity later, he then decided to take a slightly different tack, and he said, we must stop being politically correct and get down to the business of security for our people. If we don't get smart, it will only get worse. Because you can just say that political correctness is what is allowing these attacks to happen without providing any evidence whatsoever. And you can be president with that, or you can have a show on the internet with that. People are using that for both ends these days. And then he goes on to say, at least 7 dead and 48 wounded in terror attack, and Mayor of London says there is, quote, no reason to be alarmed. Oh my God. The mayor would say something as tone deaf as that after 7 are dead? No, of course he wouldn't. It's a complete purposeful misrepresentation of what Sadiq Khan was saying, which is this: Londoners will see an increased police presence today, and over the course of the next few days, there's no reason to be alarmed.
Yeah, and by the way,
no one doesn't understand what that means when they read that.
That was a perfectly fine tweet, right? I'm talking about Sadiq Khan's tweet. And even so, there were people who read it in context. They're like, it's still outrageous because he said no reason to be alarmed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your solution? To be alarmed? To cause panic? For everyone to like lose it and
yeah, including the president,
throw feces at one another? I don't understand. How is that a good solution or a good reaction to a tragedy that just occurred? Yeah. That will only make matters worse, right?
Yeah, throwing feces is not a good solution.
Not a good solution, right?
I agree. And so the people you're describing that freaked out, one of them was, of course, the president, because despite the fact that that statement we read you from Sadiq Khan is incredibly clear that he's reassuring people that simply because they've deployed more police to the streets does not mean that they believe that there are further attacks coming, so don't worry, into, don't worry about terrorism when the president reads it. So the president gets attacked for what he said and then doubles down, saying, pathetic excuse by London Mayor Sadiq Khan, who had to think fast on his, quote, no reason to be alarmed statement. MSM is working hard to sell it. No, the MSM is not working hard to sell it. The English language is working easily to sell it because words have meanings, especially when you put them in a particular order. And everybody who has a first or second degree reading comprehension level understands what Sadiq Khan meant there. Sadiq Khan was being responsible in the face of a population that had reason to be afraid, and so he was reassuring them. You are scoring cheap, stupid political points off of it by trying to attack the mayor of a town who had just been attacked. As if somebody had decided in the hours after 9/11 to go on a tear against Rudy Giuliani and attacking him as pathetic in the wake of it. How crazy would that have been? Well, now, maybe not crazy coming from him, because this is the guy, after all, who in the hours after 9/11 said that we now have the biggest building in New York. So maybe he thinks everyone is as crazy as he is, but nobody was responding that way to Sadiq Khan other than Trump.
Rudy Giuliani was saying, go about your business, be New Yorkers. That's what New Yorkers do. They go about their business.
Very similar to what Sadiq Khan was saying.
Similar to what Sadiq Khan was saying.
Yes,
yeah,
back when Rudy Giuliani wasn't crazy.
Also, let's not forget the fact that the mayor of London is a Muslim mayor, right? And so when you talk about Trump trying to earn some political points with his base, that's exactly what you're referring to, right? The fact that he is attacking a Muslim mayor. Now, would he have a similar response if it were any other mayor with any other background? I don't know, probably not. But I think the fact that it is a Muslim mayor is exactly what motivated Trump to attack him as he's in the middle of dealing with a tragedy in his own, in the town that he represents. Like, it's just so disgusting.
He's had a bad week with mayors too, because the mayor of Pittsburgh's been all over him for Paris and Pittsburgh. All these other mayors getting together to
161 mayors standing against him. Yeah, there's also some chance that he thinks Sadiq Khan is the father, is Kaiser Khan actually, Gold Star father. No, that's not actually the case. And he's already done so much to alienate our closest allies over the course of the past 100 years. I mean, unnecessarily antagonizing Germany, weirdly leaking information in the wake of the Manchester terror attack. And so there's already reasons to be worried about our future relationships with France and Germany and the UK. And this is just throwing fuel in the fire for no purpose. And I know that his supporters hate every other country around the world and want it to be not America first, but America only. But this has consequences in terms of us receiving perhaps intelligence from them, fighting against threats to ourselves. It's so stupid, so short-sighted, and so obvious that we would have these sorts of problems if we allowed Donald Trump to become president.
You just watched the video from the Young Turks. Did you know that there's a live 2-hour show every day, and that if you're a member of the Young Turks, you can get that on demand anytime you want without ads? Plus the post game just for members, plus Aggressive Progressives, plus Old School, plus so many other network shows. Go right now, tytnetwork.com/join.